omuso mo dia brand yate mze adwada no me bo mo nka ye se NDC force se nyame ya adoma ye memre nda ebe ye omuso mo de omo manifesto no ebe tudwa na ye twen se nyankopon ebe ma omode na tudwa na ya som yenum no nyina na agya ye di hu nkomo ne ahwe ne ebe boa oman Ghana mpuntu oman Ghana dachi memene wo ene ye ma ye dachi enoti ye beda se wape brena ode wo fidie na to ye na 2 TV ititiri se wo ba behwe the seed show aha ede no kuretrodo ye bumu ye wo ni die kase ede ma mo pa isa ne se obi pebre se wo hwe wo show a ne wo be ya ne se obema nipa no so wanya the best out of it enuti ena numre ye da wase se wape brena o hwe ye memfa eye enchi akese pa emma eye mame sewa a wo eye Pentecost University wo Sectoral Pentecost University mame sewa ena numre ye se wabie TV ni kakraka a woni onamfofo mo hwe the seed show monkoso a ye adwada ne wukwada bia no so mpem mu ko no nkrompem era ye di dwumadi we ebremu se obi ewrafi eye se ne show no ya hyase abone nkaye no no so mbo obi nkaye na ontumi enhwe antie nsempa ene yede ebremu obetumi edi dwumadi we achi ewo social media eye YouTube ene eye Facebook na oso otumi edwani edi achi yesama akwa babiom modihye eye the flag bearer ena mi di dwumadi we eho chiame ene enumre emi ahwahwa papa se minsa account na answer na meba issues no na say issues no adwoda no eye me guest ema ye hwe eye MPP manifesto the 2020 manifesto ni omde betu dwama eye MPP ana say Ghana man eto abama na nado danko akufo-addo ni na bedi His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ema omo bre no ana say omo time no eso anisa no see about call from 2020 to 2024 to 2028 ending beginning 2029 no omo sign the manifesto fufuro aba inti adwoda no ye hwe 2020 manifesto a omo de buy a Ghana for to abama omo a expire 2024 we and ye hwe ye bo kompo hwe promises a omo make ye manifesto no ene nia omo tumi ediso emrenti no ye ntumi ewie ni nyina but kakra ye boy ye bobo no sector by sector education agriculture health infrastructure ni nyina na otumu se page by page any promise by promise no na eyade a MPP amanyoku no anasa aban no atumi adi ne bohye so but dodo na later ye de koye no me pese mpenifo make sure say sa document we Ghana for dodo na nsabeka Jordan no me kan say be ya party no na say aban no enye sa document we soft copy ni emfa ma obi bia ewo eye WhatsApp na wo mo ni makenkan no wo mo kenkan no mo hu se be enye bosremka anase entrobi ena yedie enuti se mo de ko adwendwemu a me gidi se beboa eye party no bebre me come anim no me pese la enankasa no de ye hwe 2024 manifesto na akwasi de atwam no omode ko tudwa ewo eye GSTS ewo takrade no sene me bom nka ye no mo amanhwe adwoada no me guess no ema ye go through nia party no anase aban na tumi achieve a ode to sakrata we so nti ene me guess eba abesh ebema ya hwe enyema ewo manifesto num ankasa na yatumi adi hu enkomo ene enumri na ansana no production se na takrade eti infoni kakra yensa kan mumma yenko yimra na eguso a ye hwe fat aha no se na Monday ne kan ye no omo te ha no ye omo anya kwan anko edan a na dwumadie no koso wo ho no na wo hwe a nipa pempem ena omo twi momome agi womani sane say the new patriotic party amanyoku no hwe say won be breaking the 8 said ya obia can breaking the 8 no no homfoni ena moni egusui krofo ani agipa omo tena se omo twen ye program na nkasa se ye de begu akwan a nisa eno ti twa homfoni kakra e de amamu ma no ena omaje omontade fefefe it is possible t-shirt and it is possible atade a man de apam eye kabane slate ne akeke ka ho a omoji womani na ade ba ko amete ye ne say the political economy ewo eye takrade no ya de a ko ne nimpa hotels be bia ye ma aduane restaurant ne uber ne yi ne akeke ka taxi ne trotro nyina sebi ya de a omoni agye papa we say ne say sika eba krom pa me hwe obi te say me boss eye Odalai Parker em say ono no ti anyone yes Odalai Parker the regional secretary at the new patriotic party eye Odalai Parker ena otwa musisi yi enu timpanifo kukudam the president the vice president osaye Mr. Dr. China so ena ni picture no ebetwa musisi yi panifo kukudam ministers ene ne keke ka ho ena moni egusui ti yemra na yenkoso ani eye enkomo okay so afen na wode ofidi na to ha misama wakwa ba bioma the sit show ena wani egusui na aban sector ba ko aban abone ho modern papa a obia entumi endi huchim ene na efe no TVET technical vocation and education training na TVET and also free send aban no free SHS no omo ko technical vocation training no so no and also free a omuntua kapre na TVET a school for a omo wo dago no dabokpa technical school dabokpa technical school a wo northern region Chinese for tricycles omo dia bai sa keke ne omo fe ne keke ya ye de fa ni pei TVET asuafo yi afasa tricycle no na broni be ka so omo modify no na modification no boa ne se eco friendly enti se Chinese for dem na wo no but nia TVET school fo yi afa omo ye no ema infutro and like wusia free moba no enya de a ebeha nipa dasani enya de ebeha nipa dasani na afi so omaye no electronic anase yes electronic yusufu ne sanyema no na nkofo abo TV students yi abaso papa ena nyumaku akese eso de omano atonse num se anka yenso womase na omuntumi yesa tricycles yi entonton ma other Africa countries ene ewiase afa na nyina isa ne se eco friendly enoti yensa aka omo video no kakra ye pese ye ne mo eche ye pese unhu se nepa ekoso wo man Ghana mu ewo mu se ahokire ewo ho ye nyina ye hokire ye but nepa so ekoso ewo man Ghana o man Ghana enhye ye o man Ghana entete ye enye pasa enoti brani nyina no nia ekoso no ye beyi ehunfuni ede ache mo yenkonkohwe TV students yi ana omu ewo dabokpa technical school ewo northern region yemra
And this machine is very good. I mean, we have decided to use this machine and see the difference between using the manual and using the other type, but now this type that I decided to use, and this machine is very good. I mean, we have decided to use this machine and see the difference between using the manual and then the automatic one.
We are thinking about sustainability. This one does not pollute the environment, it does not warm it, it does not harm us compared to the combustible engines.
What's the meaning of just teaching auto theoretically? Until you are able to apply the concepts to be able to solve problems with the learner, and the learner picks it up there to be able to replicate, then you are not on that way yet. With all these skills, if we get precision tools to produce mass for Ghana, Africa, and even beyond.
Chairman.
I've been using the other type, but now this type that I decided to use, and this machine is very good. I mean, we have decided to use this machine and see the difference between using the manual and then the automatic one.
We are thinking about sustainability. This one does not pollute the environment, it does not warm it, it does not harm us compared to the combustible engines.
What's the meaning of just teaching auto theoretically? Until you are able to apply the concepts to be able to solve problems with the learner, and the learner picks it up there to be able to replicate, then you are not on that way yet. With all these skills, if we get...
Yo, enuti Dabokpa Technical Institute TVET aban edisika pudu ewremu ena ehun student no adefefefe yi ehun foni kakrade a che nyema akese ena ekoso se wo bia wo Ghana na wo hu bibia ofise se ne afoforo echa wobetumi afre na 2 na Oman FM numbers amunim nyina no na mu ne edi hu nkomo a yebeje na yesu ye ne afoforo ayeden ache enuti ubehye ne nso de ama migiri se ya de pa we wontumi mfanye politics se yetumi ehyemukina na other technical institutes na wo man Ghana na ban mfa sikapudo nhyem na yentumi ye na ye dollar no anase ye cedi na ene dollar no ekontokode bia no ano abrase de amaye na yekoye nim no the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, lawyer Justin Kodua Frimpong, Odinsembi etudwa na ekamia yese seni adebia ye kanu no abatro bremunti no nia obeke bia seni adwoma ama kan nia obeke bia ma atoni patrim ama nipa adwene adane ama wono eno na sabrewe obeka na nti entra na omudi fem no kra na omudi fem na yatete isem bebrebi senior peace council de bi omo ye no ebedu abato mrese ya omo eye nhyehyeye ema amanyoko ni nyina ede omo nsa ehye ase omo tintim sa homa ne se enyina abato aye kwakotu ya adwenkyere enye etuo enye gidigidi enye atemnie ene ade ya sinsan ya 2016 2012 2008 MPP amanyoko no esinsan ya that time no omo wa ban mu no omo pese opposition assign emo sinsan bi na ede na abanti this time around no NDC asiedu nketia ne John Mahama say they cannot or they don't want to sign that peace pact adia ede asumdwe beba no esane say one instance almost citing say 2020 abato na yeto ye no ye ayawaso West Wugon nipa bi wuye ene techima ne other places obie ni hono mo so say ye kwakoto aba moja ba ku say and drop no but in situations where ye womra na nipa eye nyamra sem ono waye na adwene say obetumi ni asojafo ni a police fo apim anasa ako na waye asodini Not through that, unfortunately, we're losing a life. How do you blame Obi? Sabe, mummy call ya me koto maba me ye din ya me baye. Ye nyina ya ko polling station. Na ya koto aba ya koche ya adwene se ye mpese ye be ko fie kra ye gyina ho akenkan no aduru so ni owini ye ya announce so declare e wo polling station. How? Because sabe tafracho nyama e koso yi megidi say commission of inquiry me no me nya sure say aban kra na say committee no and say commission no omo de omadwuma abawiye eye ade aye ongoing ndc for say omotiko pai na enya ade omo ebe sign peace pact or say peace treaty or whatever they call it no na asiedu nketia kan chairman asiedu nketia kasa no say minimum say electoral commission na share voter exhibition exercise no ase wa bia humanum na obi biara o register no wakohwe say information wo mu no details na wo mu no eye wo ana say wo details ana wo din ewo mu fine eye de shares ase endra na national chairman de ma NDC ase edu nketia Johnson General Mosquito send adodo na friend no o de nsem bi to dwa say how say electoral commission emma voters register no na emom ya share exercise na say na utie electoral commission so ma ode beto abontin a na ene nia asiedu nketia eka no eboebra because according to the electoral commission no womo ede the provisional register no ede ama the political parties asiedu nketia so say NDC for womunsa enkan so which is which media meji electoral commission di menye sure say so omo nye sa ombeba beka say woma yesa nienti ameji electoral commission di against what the asiedu nketia eka memenji ndi say he is on record to have said a lot of things are enye nokre. For instance every okase MPP amanjoko no charge 5 billion for presidential nomination forms. Ebeto just say enye nokre eye ye nuanum joy for expose no e was set so wakika nsem bebre a enye nokre for political expediency enti say okasa de we na electoral commission kansa de me de I am tempted to believe what the electoral commission is saying but say omo alternative and say contrary way a ombetumi ama yensa aka na ya seti the records no na meka enuti because of sanyema we no ye general secretary Justin Frimpong Kodua or den sembi atudwa se ekamia ye se ye ba beto aba abrebia no NDC no mo senge war drums na obi peso wia yen na yen de ye mpene na yen de ye mpene e pese ekokotie nsemo a general secretary for the New Patriotic Party odi tudwa na Emra
ye to about Ghana. 92 ya to aba. Ye to aba we MPP ye hu se no man koyi. The ye ante control book stolen verdict. 96 ye to aba e sa ka se no man koyi. But in the midst of sa no man we nyina no. Kwa me MPP an criticize keko. Ye do alternatives and suggestion by. Ye to aba 1992. Adaka na e fe ne two mosu. Box ni so ohu ye no piece paper won kra ohu. That time no kwame na edin pen na true chairman na obia why card picture bi anta so enti edin kwame se fa kan a me metima fa sa card na akose me kwame se fa kan MPP antis na no ma wenya ase true ipack ye call ye advocate said there be na ID card sa enko pictures wo so ye na transparent ballot box e be to aba sa no man nyina two iPad e keka sa asonyom ya ye ba bonti ye ho press conference ye church Ghana for alternatives ye ba ama for dodo na ya adwen e man nam so my electoral commission sa no man biometric verification MPP na so just say no man nyina see if we say empo ya movie and ye nyankofo more pictures ID can sa no man nyina ye fa biometric devices mbra time bia ye criticize bia no near the solutions there ever no ye kwa about even in 2008 for a certain government ye kwa to about first for 40,000 ye lead ye we 23,000 chairman etimi ye bibi anya wo hwe Ghana for say there be ko na nipa fo from bra ye jutum ye kwa to about 2012 in spite of overwhelming evidence, you don't call court. You are to go bad and call for cast and Debbie. Ask me a day by your so be any snow. As some of my opinion, then time can you for the car said the Supreme Court account on any argument. But we need choice be a better too. 2016, you caught to about a brand new my Charlotte or say, oh, now you're a mama, and not as a electoral commission. We are not happy, but yet, Sansi, your dreamer who said, no, my you who are 2012, no, you may be in 2016. We selected strong polling agents and making sure say the results they bet my collecting in term and second electoral commission are collecting the results. Affidavitness. You caught to about NDC4 want to paint a picture, say, so if they don't win now, this country will burn. And someone can say, but chairman, and no money to buy some more candidate. Said on person much. And unnecessarily, you criticize state institutions, police, you criticize the electoral commission, you criticize who be. And it's not coming from no other person, the chairman of the party. Say we cannot maybe walk cry be you to organize a big one can say be a constituency chairman be cry can you ever find say on here or can say but that's not the position of the leadership of the party. JFK General Secretary Edema the ruling party the New Patriotic Party na mote ne nkan wakasa papa na me Manifesto say MPP na ko ni ta mo opposition so no isi no na say Dr. Commissioner no ewe adona omo kasa keke omo criticize keke omo propose na prefer solutions so we enti at the IPAC meetings no now the proposals about and the proposals are your electoral system no by everything say I do pempe so we say for na ebo Ghana electoral system no abaso enti the koka say so omo kan say you say anybody you konko kikan you konko na enko say obi na only bibi that is just a very say mind games enti you no kanu engu me sure say NDC are making some proposals na eto aso no me sure say on bebo de go tie on penifo ni kasa on keka peace council penifo said ye twa left right center just because omuni peace council NDC ni peace council for no enya adwene no ahomete papa and say na JFK no the modus operandi of the NDC is that you like young folk of Pombe CCP so na you twa mom so tie if for some for tape na nko for she so say omka no you put the electoral commissioner tem you police people na di na tem minister na di na tem judge penifo na di o matem na omo pa mo asawoti na o ma di omo ba na na tem na o ba fa won di obi o obi di na tem on few but na the defu do ba bia o hwe ya na beto no onko eswa enti ayi wonder say no na yen for solutions dey and the solutions ebema ya beto no emu adaho na akonkan enti mo hye ne so emaye misa aka pelikase pa jumedi we so professor Isaac Boadi faculty of Dean at the Faculty of Accounting and Finance UPSC Prof Majuma Kwaba.
Oh yeah. Mejeso
Bokode
nyame dum na ososo
nyame yeda nyame ase papa
so ogane na refika kra
the only flag bearer the only
party kwa okana
party dey after 4 years here better obey this time around the main flag bearer for the election but after 4 years near bedroom party no
all right
say be this you say be MPP yes
o mana na echiche
yeah prof the you prof aha na say ba be di accounting ni finance ni economy hu nsem but prof boy amayahwe ensema Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ede tujwa manifesto launch na kwesi ada atwa mu omudi ahihye so wo takrade no
ehu me gidi se obebo yen bebre na yatumi edi dwumadi no ama no awie peyo na prof last Jordan me share sa document we 2020 manifesto for leadership of service protecting our progress transforming Ghana for all MPP amanuku edebetu dwa Ghana for share so edeto aba ema awomu amanu eko ewiya ni sade second term no MPP esikise ombebeki 8 Boadi to say a small battle but Dr. Mahmoud Baumia MPP Franketufo no amayati ase say it is possible enti yehwe nia aka no nyame baabi nyame edi ebedru yahwe manifesto 2020 manifesto ni was a double my kwan amaya ezoso nyina but double page by page sector by sector na yehwe na chese ensem na omutintim gu krata so no ade a womu aye ma bi kra yehye yefuni ade kire ahwefo se be ya ombehu se ne ayeka no eye nokre prof Sunday campaign launch na answer na deba campaign in seminar manifesto me say campaign launch manifesto launch no answer na deba in seminar manifesto no mu no odi wo di akire kakra na eto sen.
Oh, okay. Me sanche watiefo na na wahwefo so.
Omojo so.
So bojuma bebre aja. O hia abasoba bobi a se de ma o ye adwuma sonko. Emi say manifesto ya dia emi say ho hia bebre. O call it in man say na a Latin word na efe no manifestos. Na emi say buy na English for so be so be manifesto. It's just obvious and now make it public. Into a botai be a war niswa now your political party a do time be also the better microphone normal kun your person we in terms of a manifesto.
Okay.
Na ucho ni koheni see dano kwasida na and sometimes say abaha you say afide in your classroom kwa na better natural there ni also your mat if your phone na tie4 etiase wo ya manyo imu say o man your page anim your koy anim enti debu ha na the explanations about church manifesto mu in fact let Saturday end this first baby
yes
oh so you be san fa
na
education sa na e no bia enti no o say ekwaye na o analysis bia na ucho ni kohwe ni asi any promise my kono ekaye no hwe hawa u be analysis afa
okay
na bobi analysis also hwe event na see ye no before some be see time see ye no na see after so before during and after that's how best we to analyze it this now I'm sure event na me say Obama say it was colorful
okay
na efe it's say my political the base no enya niji and some work be being on a Saturday then almost by she can on that very day. Intino, it was a colorful event, very well organized. Now, me can opine said that's a nano power baby said. Message says your program where na no more in temka crazy and say baby I'm penny fear banana what
yeah.
Into say omo bana joa. I always say a contour and a journal so no. Your means near honum kuguye. Sir. In terms of making sure someone in a year now you kakra no sound and then idea before say organizers we here now in a year going forward but
before on the whole what can you say no give say NDC for on be show the day every month go MPP for the chum pasana prof ekano boye ntem kakra na mo pon ntem a na wo mo on be driving ni ba bia on be ne de okay I say keep course and NDC for be no enti mo ne tem na mo pon tem a na etunya ma wo mo pese wo babak na wo tumi abedru se ne be ya oyele bia NC ti prof
no pon na asem
yeah
obi wo hia oh my mo ntino afuto am se beka na fiamra issue ne so
good
I say o share manifesto na obe ya also jin crofo adwen share senia obe wo di afa na o mo dem pa na ha adwen o my mo one cost of living employment, youth. Often we to say it be taxes, imports, plans, then or buying or work account.
Yeah.
Into I know shame me say on the first on the toja, you be who sign your money be presentations in them.
Okay.
Na me can say you want to bring sa manifesto no mo. Na osha me say obe start akasa no. Book eso. Into for book na e be difficult say obetuma hweli nyina ti ase. Internet na ha dey when say ye fa book ni nyina na ya kakra ni da chire nkrofo.
Okay.
Na wa hu se na yete. Into we be ato when say obetuma hwe na we intimi kan book no kase na ye yi afimu obetumi ati ase yi. Okay. In terms of say me no ho a me say obetuma take care na ya go through. Until on a summary no it was well organized program. Okay. It was inspiring, was dinya GDA usuwomu ideas so eba mbebre.
Okay.
Na and so I say ye hwesenka omano you wait to implement this anyuma nyina ye. Nti am say in summary no sound me concern about specific issues.
Well, that's a professor Isaac Boadi or dean at the Faculty of Accounting and Finance or UPSA and yete ninkan obabe boyama ya share but what the MPP inherited.
Good.
I don't know if you are okay with that.
Right.
Production share what the MPP inherited na share asiye emfa emfriho what the MPP inherited before the achievement, and then we go into the 2024 manifesto commitment, Yes.
Right.
Nyama Dr. Bawumia committed himself to say to abamana obeye. Inti Prof, who share screen this one. This is what MPP inherited. In Saudi ube walk here through.
Yeah. Me inti usha say kind manifesto ya chichim bebre. Or start here no. Or the eko ye chi. Eko share, which was a very good account.
Okay.
Say ansana yebeba abaimu no. Ni ebe tu ye ni. Uwe no sa ka ni waye as on my as a government.
Okay.
On my achievement. Remember so. Uwe no asa my the commitment. They say me someone kind of promise be
commitment.
On my commitment, which is a very good word.
Okay.
No, we are not asa ba sectorial promises and our commitments so. Okay. And you started with this.
Okay.
So Ostatika say Oba in 2016 or 17 Obeto say on mine 2016 na economy was in deep crisis.
Okay.
Okay. Owe no say between 2013 2016 na cedi are depreciated by 17.7%.
Okay.
Owe no can say government no say could not meet critical obligations. Over here na tier 2 pension payment bi akekama na say na enko ye.
Yeah.
Owe no say 13 billion in arrears. I was say the ma omon call peacekeeping UN. Say ye kwa batum ti ni say refifi sanyoma we na kaide maybe efi ansa na eba be ye bedru ha. Owe no say the country had been through doomsor. I affected production. Now the total cost of sa doomsor no over a period of 3 years now about 680 million annually. Sanlas can near.
Inti fie miensa doomsor no cost no emu fie miensa no sika oman no ehwe $680 million
every year be anas can near.
Afiba could be until this amount multiplied by 3
a period. Yes.
Wow.
No was estimate on we afa Greek ni VR e ka be million and it all into baby bi say take or pay agreement do be kai that time no.
Yes.
We no san ka week about financial services firms, banks, microfinance ni nyina no ahokyere ba mu. The last one san to dwa the government was the government was racked by high levels of official corruption.
Yes.
Yes. Back in terms of achievement. So Mako Machia Koheni see me and Cassan before mine. Yes.
Okay. The production achievement no.
Edena manya.
Okay.
And adena mtimi ye. Inti oma account of nyobeto ye.
Okay.
No asama na account on ye waye. Over the period of fab abanyano 2017 abc February.
Okay. 72 no
72 achievements.
Okay, 72 achievements.
Moksha book no ma.
I say nyema makumako 72 aban atumi aye. Goka ya waye
Under MPP administration.
Under MPP, okay.
72. Emrenti ntimi fa na mako. Edos be brave.
Okay.
Enti obo 72 ni wie na afi wa kan achievement awie. Owie no say enememra commitment. 72 laudable. Very good achievement.
Okay, yanko yanim.
Owie no say mame hwe commitment. The promises. It is a new manifesto no. Enti anytime bia sa woma manifesto no. Sa wa ban ma e wo sa omiehu ne ewo wachi.
Yeah.
Wa achievement awaye. Na fe wo beka o promises ana adekodi a opese oye over a period of time.
Okay.
Enti wo be sha o ka achieve commitment.
Yanko commitment no so.
Commitment no.
Yeah. Okay. Prof to assume.
Enyoma 118 commitment or the promises and okay 100 into for book na obehu se waka enyoma no bebre abom but this one say wo kan edit no ya to ebo ase
yeah
ye yi no mako se ne krofo behu no mate ase na wo koto aba nchechema ya what take a decision on what to do
yeah
commitment also the first commitment
so the MPP 2024 manifesto commitment
you know. Enyoma 14 and o kan ho asem.
Okay, enyoma makuma
14. Na 14 nyina no o kan boma 118 commitment or promises.
Okay.
Now the first one o kan ho asem say sustain and expand Ghana's rebounding economy.
One no such a saying.
O say
sustain and expand Ghana's rebounding economy. You can rebounding is a dear as sign babium.
Very good.
Okay.
Near Wenyano, Usomo Kena, no asama na tumpon. Na ya the percentage in a betiase.
Okay.
Na fear who are dear a share each promise be.
Okay.
That's why we have done this.
All right.
And to Basha, your previous administration, now you're tagging with one promise. Okay, promise no. School education, free education. Into the manifesto now, they are need free education.
Yeah.
Good. Ofa we are with the percentage of my no who say near a hondi womb pano. Near the best fracas way na budget no. I make manifesto no a hondi womb.
Okay.
And to be sure, sustain and expand Ghana's economy no or 4 items.
Okay.
And you ma 4 and no cancel bail and no come out 3%.
Okay.
Of the entire promises.
Promises no. Okay. Into percentage na wo no ye fa no 3%. Sir, number 1 no.
Good.
It represented 3% of the
entire promises.
Entire promises are or achieve.
Good. Obabe.
Okay.
Good. So we are here on commitment.
Okay.
Until a fat manifesto no until want to mean kind in na.
Okay.
You know mako.
Okay.
And also create new jobs. And no more person or your commitment no. And you be 8.
Okay.
And also form about 7%.
Okay.
So offer jobs and opportunities for the youth. And on quite 17 items I will help us all year. And on quite 14%. I feel the bad down also implement wide range tax reforms. 9 items. And on quite form 8%.
Good.
Now the bad down yeah should be a holding bill. We share percentage in 14. Now about 10.
Yes.
Now about another 10.
9.
Now about 9.
Okay.
Into share holding and kasana akoshe jobs and opportunities for the youth.
Okay.
Almost about 17 items and opportunity for the youth. Now for we are also care for the elderly. No about provide good governance. About 11 items.
Okay.
Into fiha, a more idea about the total promises are buying the person. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Commitment 118 items. Now we are now I call solutions for sectorial issues. Okay.
solutions for sectorial issues. Yeah, that one. Thank you.
What first sectors, now what share near or bus sectors no
Obey.
And you more obey or those sectors in mu and could be a sector biano.
Okay.
Into Shamasan rank a number of nyoma obey on each of the sector.
Okay.
We are breaking it down into the various categories.
Okay.
Into far education and health. You are listed about 65 and nyoma obey under that.
Okay, good.
And for me 35%. Now share
for me 25%.
25.
Yes.
Good. Now about energy and petroleum.
Okay.
Also baby on power sector, petroleum sector, local content and participation. No ABB energy transition na
and renewable
energy. No about energy sector. So one sector, education and health, no assign about energy and petroleum. If you have no assign called lands, the next one we call lands, natural and resource and environment.
Yes.
Also baby Now before that about agriculture, then no person you listed items in public infrastructure, transportation, transportation or breaking into road, aviation, railways, maritime. No about public safety and security. I thought call last one.
Before we call last one, on the public infrastructure, the last point there represented 2%. Maintenance of public infrastructure. And I'm happy say they have captured that one in the manifesto. Because Prof, when they say Ghana, we have a very poor and bad maintenance culture. It is a buyer to me who said this is our problem, no capture or what. See to me hold the next government, Dr. Bawumie's government, accountable to that. Because a bit boy and power.
Me know that, because what to do near, I feel wabe who say every part of the economy and our needs have been factored into this manifesto.
Exactly.
Me who baby a ye ka say yi bibi afim. Ebi an obi a me hu obi tuma kire me.
Yeah.
Omo me elderly.
Yes.
Or factor care for the elderly. Me hu ba kono.
Yeah.
Then we will be protecting our values, cultural values or their bum. Near not also die cross people with disability. They are all being covered.
Okay.
Into the manifesto.
Okay.
That should tell you say any government be our person ruling on mine. You expect to say a year dear down mindful so no. Ubetimi e de aba o manifesto. Nya so be kan tra.
Okay.
Affiliation so me ya. Ubesha anytime all your assessment be now your target and now o your bibisu ani so no.
Yeah.
Yeah, can be say smart analysis and now your analysis if your 10 day use.
Okay.
It should be measurable.
Yeah.
It should be idea won say obetimi achieve.
Yeah.
Now o share any item you would be an or show number of and your obey all.
Okay.
If you offered jobs or some create 1 million or 5 figure be or say a this period may or 5 figure be no actually say man say the only thing I mean who man na figure name the tax you ever so.
Okay.
Near some amnesty.
Yes.
Or can be amnesty. One may period I'll obey it.
Yeah.
One jet tax percent or better. Ni na idea me say ye ba so later on.
Good.
Ye ba specifics in ma. Enti ye twene foni kakra. Ye be ba mako ni ahwe. The first one but we plan to sustain and expand Ghana's rebounding economy.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
Meaning some real honest those
the
items.
emphasize item and to plan to sustain and expand Ghana's rebounding economy. Say na so ND in fact, we hear the first point now say further accelerate the growth and expansion of the economy over the next 4 years.
Good. Also the target at all.
Yes.
Or the measurement at all. To me expect to say other manifesto will be no. Ususo I was so audible tiny see now they will be with my measure.
Okay.
To man who within 4 years no so.
Exactly. After the next 4 years no wo babiomwa you will be held accountable to this. When you baby say, "Okay, so obey we."
Good.
Utumi ya na.
Good.
Okay.
Ebi wo ha wanya no but explanation kakra ebi so ebet beba.
Okay.
Enti ose opese opeja omanim na yenya economy over the next 4 years. No the best of this ID.
Okay.
Na owia em say ose establish an independent fiscal responsibility council.
Okay.
Sadi be boama ye sika ye spend your expenditure no. Also, we shouldn't spend more than 105, which is 5% over the last year of the expenditure revenue. So, what can one say? But want to be in kind of track because also we set a committee and an independent body, or be making sure say expenditure part now cano. What is so now so? Because there's one thing say we be sure wamra no wakasimi and make sure amana
yeah,
and yet possible.
Yeah.
Also probably not me wow. Or say achieve and sustain.
Prof, before we call achieve, no, remember the last one. See, establish an independent fiscal responsibility council. So there any other?
Me not sure say what.
Okay.
Because
some fiscal responsibility
yeah, but that fiscal must be a independent body.
Okay, so okay, I'll say and amend the Fiscal Responsibility Act.
Good.
It will be an act no me say
good.
But this is a council.
A council that should be able to regulate it.
Wonderful.
Which is very good. I forgot the second one now. Or say achieve and sustain an average of 6% growth by expanding agric. Na obesha who say ye pese obua ma agric no konanima wa shemu kena say 6% growth. Na ose mine established mineral development bank ebe boa sadi. Na obehu say ye mineral issues no your problem kakra. Artisans for women no more problem in getting resources for projects and for expansion, explorations. The banki ebetima ba ama be so mu kakra ye the capital bia mom e the ejuma. Washa in the whole manifesto I saw 2 banks to be established.
Okay.
Mineral Development Bank and a SME banking. And also so baso.
Okay.
That's another one. Then also increase public increase the public
private partnership.
PPA.
Yes.
Which is very good. And all this one I may bon pie say ankasa de be koso. Esan say adwuma bi a wodi o man mu no. Se wo ni sika wo hia obi so be so wasene kakra. Partnership.
Okay.
Enti say mi wo sika 100 cedis say meye ekwan we a. Na say sika no osim de koye hospital. Sa expenditure na osim de koye another sports complex baby. So what I have to do is I also partner with you.
Okay.
Now with the 50 ba. Now so 50 ba 900 na. No between the 50 na akano acquire another project.
Other project.
Into basa you free the space for other projects to be undertaken. Into ma unti moka. Uye we so unya revenue. So kwa na do year na eji to a. To no besa nya revenue so afima ba.
Good.
And it's our arrangement na e ma ban no unya ahomye kakra in terms of project also. Yeah.
Okay, so a typical example, Prof. A typical example, and it's for instance, a bank per se will see hostels.
Good.
Or be a University of Ghana, and I say Central University or whatever, Central crowd private, but or the a bank per se or yet hostel facility be or one of the educational institutions.
Yeah.
Now, a bank cost be $100 million. A bank per se will provide hostel facilities in Edema, Ghana. Students, but say one private person abandoned to me approach you. Now say $100 million na would you see? Who see where students need to pay near they need to kakra. So that government do not necessarily have to cough 100 million at a go for that project. Now says you can or they acquire other project and also here. Is that what you are talking about? So that is what they mean by increased private public partnership. Wonderful.
Inti onombe ejuma.
Okay.
I feel call the next one. Or say or the another idea of kind say plans to create new jobs.
Okay, yanko yenim.
Not all jobs. New jobs.
But we must plan to create new jobs. Thank you. Another one.
A high idea me say a hankrophobic. On my way nyina no ejuma ni ho yankwala bre in fact me ka de bia say anytime I obeka say ubeboa majuma koso bia ban bia me support.
Okay.
Because ajuma ini oman no ma oman for ho chiom. Also also training 1 million youth in digital skills.
Prof, 1 million youth in digital skills here. Then ombe digital skills. Then ombe.
Hey, say you will be say omo ye o pese o ye IT related enema transactions. Kwala me ye coding. Cyber. Okay. Bit me to Ghana. No ye juma wa brochero.
You see, I'm friend of fintech.
God.
Wonderful. Okay.
And you see another area. And the technology na a page anymore. Okay. And you say ye mankrofo a moment to me ye njuma at new skills are. Anka bonibi anim.
Okay.
Main control say main can say be say unia. Me kana nano passe say uwo ho na o pese uhun so mine your resources are. We know see our resources. E wo hefa, e wo form.
Okay.
Your boast to be brave. Your gold, your manganese, your diamond. Then you know whatever. So what's that?
Yes.
Good. Me can be a. And it's a one trainee oni Panama na nko hu ade was as now. Oti resources only.
Unimpose bibi sheho.
Enti the manpower development is key. So what it nipa almost ade akomanim. Eye. One man a target. Also me can be a measurement.
Yes.
Or say one case of training nipa keke. Also a man who target. Into when to me and yet on training 1,000
1 million now.
1 million now.
Yes. 4 years time war bar over to me a question.
Good. Nipa sign out me training.
Good.
These are way of doing manifesto.
Okay.
Now Osaka be say create SME jobs. Introduction of SME bank.
Prof, before you come to the SME jobs, in fact, back to the 1 million youth in digital skills. I'm reliably informed, say, Jumakubi to say Microsoft, a big company, international company. Now, omoko bie omo say regional branch bi India. One of the things are omo factor into opening regional office no India no the fact say India mabunu dodo na enim ICT digital skills so just to support the point you made, is that this is a very important initiative and as a commitment say nyame ya dom na say Dr. Baumia to me ya dia ebeboa o mangana bebre.
In fact it's a laudable idea because you youth no nya say bia omo ni say oni bibi ya unam krom sa bese omo no baby omadu no omajuma bie
sa
kakra baby no omo ti ase fast. It is very good example now there my also be creative bank SME bank ye ma me no ma tonton nyoma krom mo brain asefo no per capita okọ bank akofa we bra ahochewu bese umma sa SME for na yes ye me hu say SME no mo control about almost at 80%. It is a OBA bank and mom so fanya juma. I say a juma akoso.
Prof, I personally have issues with the Ebiana Mentias Yanona NCP. I have issues with the creation of banks. There are the already existing ones. Why don't we say Yeshimukina near mom another clear focus that this is what you should do, rather than trying to open a new banks? That's where my challenge is, because I believe say the already existing ones, say about per se or nyasa focus na fine, or the already existing one they have their own focus, but I think the government can have some level of negotiation as an arrangement with those banks, to give these SME businesses that opportunity and so creating new one at the moment. That's where my challenge is with the manifesto.
Yeah, let me say you are right, but let me say wait to discuss on kakra.
Okay.
I think somewhere 2007 or so, banks no benya idea friend a universal banking license. The banks now they are universally they operate on their own.
Okay.
Ekabos near ADB.
Yes.
na adwuma oya ne so ma agric for nkwan loan.
Agric for nkwan loan, yes.
Ne o merchant bank.
Yes.
O ya agric ka ba mo loan. And o ye housing and construction. Enye na akoye sa adwuma na o ma loan.
Because of one the focus.
The focus.
Okay.
Until I think 2007. And obi anya asala and say now obi a wetu rubber bia kopa adwuma ye.
Yeah.
Until won say obi wo agric bank no mo obi o ye real estate loan.
Okay.
Because universal now. Now, enye ba so metimi amom. But the obi who say ye was speciality bi so wo ha. What training crofo in the banking space a mo yes adwuma ne say. Omo dia ne say mo ESM nko a and am famom low. Because by recovery sir, ye won crofo metimi akogis kanaba. Eba sene ne market fo be kasa, ye was senior ono be kasafa. And obi say crofo ye nua no mo tonyo market no. Oko bank on obi abotaya I no mo comfortable.
Omo pay tie for no.
Enye so mo pebet ohun ne ho odi ko bank na o he ne okoto na.
Okay.
I no mo comfortable.
Okay.
Into one day we no keep in the market. Anytime say microfinance buy na mo call market no mo. Omo to use scafe mo pa. That was the reason. It is banking yetumi be share se chemo kena. Na adwuma ebitima call these areas akokopɛ enyuma ama nkrofo facilities ama mti dey adwuma.
Okay.
Enti me say it's a good suggestion.
Okay.
But let me say ni nyina it's towards an agenda.
Okay.
To help the market women for some
because they be aban who say say or share market women ni year ebema economy no abumu. You know, a person was establishing that bank purposely for women.
Good.
As you have said.
Good.
Okay.
After jobs, also employ more lawyers for legal aid. And the lawyers force the album.
But before lawyers, no.
Yeah.
Jobs through the minerals industry and its value chain.
Good. And also so the minerals area and also no.
Yanko yechi yendro
obetimi so ahyemukena with the mineral areas no na for say 8 value chain babia me fa ne say omutimi mineral related transaction bi akoso ho no obetimi ahyemukena ho ansa na oba baby also be creating national security national cyber security workforce
development program
and also so obetimi ahyemukena into sure eno nkwa no wo nyuma best 4 I mean 8
yeah
into we analysis am here no 8 items and all this.
Okay.
And
when it comes to creating new jobs. No, or 8 items. Recruit more special needs teachers.
Special needs teachers. Sa omo enyuano ma sebi omo hi omo wodi dem kakra na omo bia omo son
omo hi special attention.
Teaching. Until all creative sad crofo jobs no creating no.
Yeah.
They are new jobs.
Yeah.
Into be say obi a sebi na so si ana bi wonye obi ebebo ano.
Yeah.
You factor into the manifesto. Afi so be sure also set quota for recruitment of public with,
people with disabilities.
For public sector recruitment.
Okay.
Tomo did them na say for ya cover into the manifesto. Me expect to say any other manifesto be bian, not only the MPP, but any other manifesto. These are people we also need to factor them into the equation.
Me say this for omuti, but this time omo ye changes kakra omo. They be good. We all share ideas. We all copy from others. And this mo copy amuti na mo bie mu na mo ye. But this time mo print here. Ti mo betumi aye insertions bi ni additions and subtractions
na of you.
Say that be omo twema MPP dey omo dey
ba. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I see employ more lawyers for legal aid. At least 2 for each district.
What is the beauty about it? Also, waka at least only 2 about. Most of them they are measurable.
Yes.
1 year crown. Yes, or can track again. Or the 2.
Yes.
Also create other job through tourism. And also can. Until a whole side in order to create jobs. We are now call opportunities for the youth.
Okay. Jobs. Opportunities for the youth.
Jobs and opportunities for the youth.
Jobs and opportunities for the youth. Wonderful.
And also what chemu and 9. And 9 also a beer or a 9 air chassis. Okay. Time me catch us say it forms about 17 or so, 18%, and was so for this one.
Okay.
And to sure ahoɔden a wɔ saa manifesto pa na aha ne gyina.
Okay. And yeah, share a high. So we didn't know what had there. Yeah, spending quite some time.
Also, building a digital economy hub under creating high-tech fourth industrial revolution jobs. We are there.
I say, me share
I am saying people don't pay Prof. Say, opposite, sir, if you did Juma, a year technology areas, you know, a whole no person.
Okay.
Now, the idea of person building a hub, digital economic hub in Ghana.
Okay.
Well, sure, you're pretty big. Last not be some gorgeous bed economy.
Yeah.
Say for.
Yeah.
I mean, say there should be a transition because you're watching. Now the economy needs to move away a bit. Nenya the forefront. In the area of digitalization. Papa Ibrahim say, "Idea you're selling so pa as a vice president." Yes, that area do my call.
Yeah.
Now, Osha, also training in technology and innovations. Be the whole word, Hanieko.
Training in technology and
innovations. Training in technical and vocational TVET skills.
Okay. Tisenia ye infonino video no editremu.
When you say your parents, I do also boy and say ye go school. I'll see a man is susane. Omuma kwama. Omunko training, omunko science and enjoy fan count. Now call retirement. So skills are we now between there. And your classroom ko.
Sir.
Into ye enhance skills that won't be brave. Or say fostering soft skills. Na wasan you be or back third the second one creating jobs in emerging industry. Or say green energy industries. He said the world is moving into that area.
Green energy.
Green energy.
Green energy, I said, saying energy is green now.
That be
okay.
To say no, yeah, call about from some and your ma and my own same collabi no more yeah, tricycles, I say for no.
Okay.
Say, yeah, my economy or mine, yeah, my we see this and your man and how you be brain.
Yeah, because of climate change issues, you know, human way, yeah, nyama, ebema. Green energy. Okay.
Into that area, I will see a mangrove for a creative juma.
Okay.
Now, if you are or say in aviation services, no, I about jobs in professional services, jobs in abroad programs, jobs in defense-related industries,
jobs abroad program, and also then.
I say sometimes we won't say industries in Boha, near Metia Seka Crow, if I'm right. Say. Ebi wɔ hɔ a programs bi wɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi ebi wɔ Ghana ha nso ɔmo te aha na ɔmo yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ outside ɛno so yɛ one ebi so a mefa no sɛ programs bi wɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi ayɛ no ɛnya no online. It's important so wobɛtumi ayɛ saa programs so through this technology related areas you can do all those things as well.
Yeah, but I think say me who jobs abroad program no near ba me trimu yɛ. I think one very positive thing about we in terms of creating jobs, special arrangement we are buying the I think Barbados are buying. Is it? Yes, I think yes. One of these countries or Jamaica or baby are buying a mass or mine. I'm so president to Krapu Ghana. I think it's Barbados. Yes.
Okay.
Now. Ghana provided about 400 medical staff at the Maomano. So me who we know Sadian na madwene because I've always been arguing say it is on record say if we are say for nyina epe yen health professionals, be it nurses, be it lab technicians, be it pharmacists, be it doctors. If we are say for nyina come here say na ye pay gold ne ye see ye gold ne en koku edimu no. Say a human resource in this field no and also abrofono epe Ghana workers in this field. So maybe feel say anka buying and training more of the nurses, make special arrangement with Ibia or maybe to say Spain or maybe to say France or maybe to say other countries. Nanka buying a special arrangement. Got 400 of our nurses and the course are on my no. Or more better abusia. Mijidi say aban beji bepe coin bi so age tax free those people. No, a bank should make it aban penifo mutia. This is a special friends consultancy we pa muntumi ntuaka. A big idea am de mam. Me so say NDC for no be copy. What dey me hu mu pa me nim say efri the city so. Mo de mon copy anya hwe. Na ka aban yenye sa special arrangement with these countries na ye export to skilled workers. Onye say the boy.
Oh, in fact, records say one them say actually Ghana for your modern more. Ejuma ye pe. Send ye ni mafa. In the country be on say Ghana for I don't pay services break.
Okay.
And he say ye enhances our skills say we are. What can happen is that those countries would demand for
more
our people. And that becomes unemployment.
Yes.
It's our skills. So why enhance skills now? Obey the one you say.
So Chelsea to be better Ghana player.
Ah, well.
Manchester to be better Ghana player.
Me need to home, but me say.
Team na me wono em so mo ye di me hwamontu de. Say blue for no be sa.
Ah, na o jene me anase.
Me no nyina. Me petrol team afa Real Madrid asan fa Chelsea. Ti say when ko yi anam the way ajiji me ga.
And that's your manifesto.
Of course, manifesto.
All right. Let me say,
okay.
I feel the next one. Or say plan to support business. I'm so call the next one.
No, before we know, I think say on this same slide, no.
Okay.
Supporting jobs by transforming traditional sectors. Is so important to see. We share the first one. I say jobs in agri-business. Prof, we can't take the agri-business out at all in terms of creation of jobs. No, there was another sector. I bet to me, Abba, Ejuma, Abba.
It's as the value chain.
Okay.
In most cases, and let me say, if you also move into that area, that enclave, Kakra, so and not just the agri portion, but agri also becoming that kind of the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
I be to me which for Minyanya the right example to give. But this an area, let me say, is an emerging air course, and there a lot of programs in the universities. In fact, our university is a program we are now coming year by year on agri business.
Yeah, because you were almost bibi se moko. And you want mranti any maba will be so almost business and say omoko farms no koto moko no more process at the amount shopping malls no so near there. That is part of the agri business. What you say?
Sikaso because other international organizations have not discussed for power.
Okay.
And it's a very good idea. Bet me kakra.
Okay.
Jobs in sports and creative arts.
That's very important.
Job in sports. And then the top player about called Ghana.
Anyasem Kitwa.
Oh, you're owner of that team. Why you?
Anyasem Kitwa.
It is her AstroTurf. Na se for ACC brain na se for. Ebe Hansi Sanyomo Abwa. I'm a Juma so creative phone.
Now before that, just to add to what you said. Dr. Baumian the 70 point webinar or the Maya. The 70th one last time I guess coach Christopher Nimley said the last your friend is saying the last and the 70th point HS Obama your friend is saying you be training and ranting and Maba in such a way say Aban Bema to say NBA basketball association there war US no for instance you be ma omaba and penifo na ba Kobe Bryant money ade aba abehwe talent a ye wo o man Ghana mu na ama yetumi export nkola ne bi kura de akose ne ana wo kan
right
ama ye sika
right
ama ye sika antino I think say a good thing a good thing because I did a to me the sika aba.
Until Obekobe be about the next one, business. I'm say a dose be brain until you can see Hona, you betcha. Then also plan to support businesses to drive and accelerate job creation. Obebwa businesses to drive and accelerate job creation is one of the items, and as Nyoma a year a kind of promise and a commitment of person. Under that, or my number 5.
Okay.
And what say? Attempt to support businesses.
A year and the plan to support businesses to drive and accelerate job creation.
Good. So what more business now? Or better than create a job? A difficult.
Yeah.
Tina Jumuno and Nasa non person or say cutting 3% of GDP from government expenditure and redirecting it towards private sector provision of public infrastructure.
Okay.
In fact, a very laudable idea.
Okay, Prof, permit me to take you back. Kakra.
Okay.
Say, Usha under the new jobs by what the trust moment.
Okay.
Prof, trust moment.
Okay. Into back to Nene Kana. The first item under that one, also cutting 3% of GDP. GDP from expenditure and redirecting or cutting 3%. Now, say 3%, no, and just total value of that 3%, no, and 30 billion out of the GDP.
Okay.
O year fee budget, no, na all the akwa share baby are providing infrastructure.
Okay.
This is the wisdom. I mean, this is what Professor here. Obasha say Ghana your problem infrastructures. In the debia no na a city on our budget.
Okay.
Enti more revenues are the expenditure.
Okay.
Ne mecheche some time ago, your expenditure no debia no a so change your revenue.
Okay. All right.
Debia no your running deficit budget. There's nothing wrong. But the point is that say o share your expenditure portion now or say total GDP no o chart 3% of GDP. Total value no 30 billion or so. And the cost infrastructure.
Yeah.
Into obema private sector no anya juma in terms of infrastructure basic.
Okay.
Into bia or road bi otafo also okoye. And city in our books as an expense.
Okay.
But rather no the private sector no ewo akwanya so betuma say adwuma no na oye wia ebia na etimetua ne kakra nti emeye ka ema aban no.
Okay.
It is a road bi ho na say koye. Then the private sector betuma kas mame from 100,000 en koshim. Na menye. Na what ya meka bosom bia. To soon be 100 cities. Into a ban is 100,000 called the Cochemuno. Ah, Unyan, Obia Koyamano.
Okay.
Toyamano no. Obe Onya a quiet sobe home. Will churn and kakra over the period.
Wonderful.
Talk at 3%. I feel called the next one.
Prof, now me pese me make some point to be biti me kakra. On the first slide now the two jana. Me make it point to be about maintenance bibi about maintenance. Me can once them say manage pass buying the maintenance we are shown. Uba baby I can under new jobs by transforming traditional sectors now. Or say jobs through private public infrastructure works and maintenance. Now just say while linking baby I was stated earlier on maintenance no or no kasa ehun say obetumi say o invest so much e was sector ho obetumi create more jobs. So I'm trying to link sa baby am kasa fa maintenance culture bi na make one sem good on say abepie wa ha say obe use eno so through that no e dey create jobs.
Me first question e bi onya you are o person o shomokena
yes
ni oba be ye o sa kwa. In fact, another infrastructure is a problem. Na se uwa ban bi opesa oboa I will say it will born abaso so ye juma. It say Emma be expenditure biom. It de bia no I will say so aban no na ne komubu na every year expenditure no ehwa na eko. It's okati ho na onya home kakra e de SA project. Remember, make a PPA so projections yeah. Say aban no be say anka sa PPA no crofo be so na sene no say sa projects ne bi So these are initiatives every by the person focus on under supporting businesses to create jobs.
Okay.
That is very important.
Okay.
Good.
The project the plan to support businesses to drive. No?
Good.
That's why. Okay. Production pacho project the plan to support businesses to drive and accelerate job creation. Mon project my na Prof Endi Unjuma. First one cutting 3% of GDP from government expenditure.
Yes.
And the next point is that using our tried and tested gold purchase program to stabilize the currency, give businesses and industries predictability in planning, and ensure stability in input prices.
Good.
Wonderful.
Or can we be about gold for BB?
Gold purchase program.
Gold purchase program.
Yes.
Certain then the money buy. Say na ye can yes dollar you want same interbind ye say and you better gold kakra ye the increase ye the buy gold for oil. Over carry gold for oil, J for or something. Very good idea.
A good idea.
Very good initiative. Anytime bia wo ahochirimas or mine I also drink cocaine. If a kwanya ube fasoa ubetimi ama o man for what home. Na gold for oil na eden ponya. Kofo brinchen antiase. Na ye chechi ma no my example. Na fe kofo atini opeso kanase.
Yeah.
Gold ya dia unya o man mu yetu.
Okay.
Your control anaweboa. Ti say uko oil a ye ni oil ye dey fa no edoso chen ye producer.
Nere
Ye fa e dey feel other country ba no oil.
Edoso se ne yetu.
Yeah, they ton. Today bia no ye wo that deficit.
Okay.
But gold there. Ya na ye produce wa. Ya na ye manufacture. Ya nkasan ye wo e fa na asase ase. Anytime bia o peso ye policy bi no. Other countries have used it before. But Ghana say it's one of the new things I say a paper oil.
Okay.
Say offer sa gold for oil na. Ade a o ye ne say yi exchange rate issues efim. Enti exchange rate emomukra. Ne calculation no e exchange rate film.
Okay.
Enti me example bi ha bia ye beti ase kakra.
Before example no doc mama anye aboafo nkrato be sima na yemra meje example. Yo, other force afe na wo de wo fide na to na tour the seat show na woni egusu na numre ye hwe the MPP 2024 manifesto akwasi ada atwam yi wo mo de ko tu dwa nipa eka ho asem bebre yenso ye di eho enkomo me guest ye Professor Isaac Boadi or Dean at the Faculty of Accounting and Finance or UPSC and Oboyama ya pensen say ebeboa oman Ghana na mejidi say so far so good Prof na ansameko break no na o cite example bi na say yenko yanim under supporting businesses to drive jobs and accelerating job creation or say establish a fintech fund with a seed capital of $100 million to attract additional private sector funding to support Ghanaian startups. So, production purchase to be a project at the Amaya or say establish a fintech. Say, oh, Kasabrimi can say now we can digital skills near the idea. I mean, you use our term no fintech, not knowing say what.
Yeah.
Say to establish a fintech fund with a seed capital of $100 million attract additional private sector funding to support Ghanaian startups.
Good. And see, fintech, old word is financial technology.
Okay.
And now the Danena tech fin.
Okay.
And see, financial institutions are now say omubera technology mo.
Okay.
And the all technology institute companies also call financial services mo.
Okay.
That's the other way.
I see.
And of course, or they seed fund akoye say they shemu na other company so abam em say hustle ya there in recent times a develop Bank of Ghana set a desk for this fintech companies almost so yes our transactions in this area now Oshomu Kenasa then other people will also come in, other institutions also come and support. It's a very good idea in that space.
That's wonderful.
Creation of jobs and all that.
Ghanaian startups businesses. Okay, the next point now say introduce a flat rate tax system in Ghana. How is this thing going to help? Introduce a flat rate tax system in Ghana.
You can flat rate a day. Now Ghana then you have practiced it over the period. You try you so progressive tax over the period. Na oka sa progressive tax na I was say de bia no ankrankre bia oye adwuma bia no so obetua tax a ne enim dada ye mamu no say ye wo progressive enti oje kitwa utua eto na utua ne be kitwa oje kese so a ebe kese na sise no o say opeso yi sanyoma ni nyina afi ho because even the VAT calculations cry no and a confusing crofo sir you so betua 1% COVID no to another percent this and national health insurance no send to another percent uwia no send be calculated 15% assign the account even say a double tax I dey hand crofo adwin bebre nti amani tua no heading and na we say papa say we call Estonia na Estonia ho no almost a very beautiful tax system and wakosua say odbebo man mu
papa ben
your vice president say wakosua nti odbebo man mu na ya practice bi flat tax rate regime eche say so oje kese o so fakito o that is a payment a obetia na eden na masa de akoso ebe hadwen anan hadwen.
Yeah, that's the question I wanted to ask you. As compared to the previous system, and I progressive. Say you tell 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. Oh, the na utiano. I was so saying, it be a me 5,000 Ghana cedis. No, NSC I have flat rate. No, SCBM.
In fact, tax characteristics it should be fairness. It should be equitable. I mean, so many technology they define a proper tax system. So who tia tax na on tia say year ni tia na building pa na your tax to GDP who says about 13% or so e wo form e chese bebre na ntimi tia tax na bebre enfa more my mo adentia on tia say to tia heading but ya me who says so much tax na crofo tia say na the calculation your problem o tia omre who say complain bebre about say yenye sika nti ekopo bisia and na my debt to GDP figure na ekoso de bia but senkrofo tia taxes na ebeto man revenue stream a yen konko bisia bebre nti so why analysis who say senkrofo tia the normal progressive tax na ho na bebre na yen san kasika na mo say relax no na money flat Estonia also tia 20% flat yeah nim there and na there make us one sisu ginai how much I also tia one farmer nemu budget Manifesto ntimi capture everything enti why they say odbeba nimremu and oka say oye sad ni wi a e man crofo be nyima revenue be bo man for project that is why all can a flat rate we no say tax amnesty so be who say one fa bibia amnesty was at the time be amnesty just say war over the period no ode eka na onkotia
atuo bi ese utua a wantumentua a ese aban twenwa so
good
anamboa
na ese wakacho say mede ho achew nti obetia memetia won say one tia ejo penalty nti sa penalty na se for mo so mkotua say scan nyina omo ntua bia tax evasions nti so who tax ni background osuro you can amnesty che say onya pardon nti say no menko enkotia aha no one set time also is adna so best started 2 years ago more monthia 2 years nyina na anase this yanko anase wanka time or person is adi
na me adwumakuo na ma hu sa promise we a metro amano but say and e tro say me tuatua from now to we no mentua na manya amnesty
and nto on so one kan
anti odi tete yen kakra
I mean can because o kaze si na o be ka say untua because amnesty va na mentwen na kakra
yo yati the tax amnesty from the payment of taxes from the previous years for the next
years.
point now yes
welcome back
or say abolish betting tax
good
abolish betting tax the waiving of interest and penalties for failures okay I'm saying no waka once and I reduce withholding tax for small scale gold exports to 1% to discourage smuggling.
Good. Once our measurement 1%. I don't know say 5% or so.
Yeah.
So I figure I'm say home
but what is only about 1%.
Say then confront me smuggle gold because no. Ohia sa small scale gold export no.
Okay.
And other baby be on gold for oil.
Wonderful. I drink it here.
Gold for oil. Enti se pese na mo e ka oman mu. Na mo timi de ba, yetimi de yesa adwuma no ma ye oil no. And the transportation issues are ka ho asem. E ko form. I feel also be reforms be. I'm say obi o ha betting tax. I say we bring na kasa dental person ye betting tax oyifi ho I say nkofa ka ho nsem bebre ma ho nsem people and this for so be the same thing
yeah well
okay
nse ma TV bisa
well na no be ka say sa tax amnesty ne tax flat rate no is a government encouraging importation ana because what is what also ni Togo okay be say Togo ne
person ni West African neighbors no your tax system no almost the same
because
or even lower than them yes.
If I can't on na me is it going to be counterproductive because say say your exchange rate na your brain no kofa nyo be refill broche ba be boa
yes
be na pressure that dollar
yes
enti e be then it me discouraging crofo na o ka so o kote so a what is kofa nyo man fear broche in San Famra but me who baby say also be try to increase import substitution plan on the buy internal any counter issue here.
Okay, there's another point here. I'll say implement a flat rate tax for all importers. Okay, no, clear.
Yeah, can answer.
And I'll say harmonize port charges to align with competing regional ports.
Good.
And then digitize all aspects of tax administration to reduce leakages and broaden the tax base. And the last one, and I don't know yet, incentivize Ghanaian startups with investment tax credits for the first 3 years of their operations. Wow.
These are reforms or they bar our tax system. But the good thing is that broaden the tax base and they had a higher GDP. Yes, I know, yeah, and my revenue, no, a pijamu kakra.
Okay. Okay. And then let's move to digital economic development plan. The digital economic development plan. The next slide. Now, Prof, and walk you through. First one, I see training 1 million young people in digital skills.
Good.
And the second one is establishing a national robotics, engineering, and AI lab. This is interesting.
In fact, law. I'm say Ghana Law or Bar Association or so. Eddie be to just say AI and yen famra or more system. And yes, I'm say Ghana Journalists or so Association.
First one was once away.
Okay.
Under digital economic development plan. No, there's the first one. This is number 2. The first one is there. But do the young kosu.
And then I'm say 1 million, you know, no.
Yes.
And no can be say AI. I say a idea. I say eba if say the Ghana Journalists Association. Omoda to just say oma in fasa dia ma anama nya homra. Omo jwa ebo.
Okay.
Because and then me pay BS me call AI na. Okay. Very simple. And then call you exams are over question issue my be ma answer ni na solution bi ade ma. Enti ye ra ti bia bi mu a e wo say di yesua sa nyoma ni nyina. Ye youth, ye mpanifo very important say ra sa area no. Enti sa e de nam say osanhye kena so a because you need to catch up with the rest of the world.
Because the world is moving at that level. Until on pese ye be train na other countries be too mpon afi na ye be abesua. Okay, or say establishing the national, okay, I've said that, providing venture funding and grant support for tech projects.
The tech project. Tech project.
Tech projects, yeah,
technology project. Juma and fan say highly in here technology areas, you know. Say almost funding na iron adding. It also be about venture capital. The venture capital no resources are omitmenya sika and grant.
Okay.
I'm going to a pija sa nyuma nim. Etu sha, obe say technology ne sa nyoma no. A free manifesto no. Eshemu kenapa, ejambebre. Esan say ewiase no esesa into that space.
Okay.
Inte be say oyem kan man obi odi o man anima. Obe ma manfo no ye nka kire o sa area no.
Okay.
Afi sa seed fund also more grants. Venture capital open resources are. Na uye sa companies na obetima ba amomotwenya support ede unyuma. It's a very laudable idea for that one.
Okay.
Then the next one will be
I say increasing internet penetration to cover or to over 90%.
The same say it's about penetration is about 60 or 70%.
Okay. Increasing internet penetration, as I say.
Be a internet I was say the saturation maybe I was say a kokodu. Because you say no a young actually, but a young drew actually be brave. And tebia other places internet and intiminya Juma I was say Eddie I'm say okay Vodafone, ne other companies. Now they say maybe now intiminya internet access.
Yeah, because Ministry of Communication ISR project no we say rural telephony bibi. Omo they are called mia bebre. I think say that's what they are trying to say. Say by Dr. Baumia's time, no, now I drew over 90%, which is a good.
It will say okay, be not the measurement as
at all.
It's a time no sooner on call ya. So no. 1 year on call ya, she be a could do. Very good.
Or say offering live lab opportunities to Ghanaian tech startups.
Live
lab.
Good.
Lab.
To Ghanaian?
Yes. To Ghanaian, live lab opportunities to Ghanaian tech startups.
Now, also, our car startups over the period now.
Yeah.
Startups be homobre.
Say business now, fin or chassis.
Good. Or chassis, no, I feel say or loan or nya.
Yeah.
Or advice or nya. Or
technical support.
Okay. But the new was microphone also. Because microphone omo dawson wo man satabia de bia no bre resource onya enti it's a lab ebe boa sa nyuma no.
Okay.
Amomutuma peja omu kakra.
Okay.
So that it's another key thing.
Okay, also. So collaborating with Bank of Ghana to expand regulatory sandbox. What do they mean by that? Collaborating with the Bank of Ghana to expand regulatory sandbox.
Well, the sandbox I may say NTSA, but I may say in terms of regulations, you know, I may say there should be a collaboration with BOG over the period. I may say collaborations, you know, I may say then say a pigeon.
Okay.
But I will say it me money more. Shemukina. So that's another innovative idea. I'd Boasa regulations, you know.
Okay. The last one is establishing of a fintech fund with seed capital of over 100 million.
I think we mentioned that.
Yes. Yeah. And then working on cross-border mobile money interoperability through AU policy.
Last week,
the last time I think we said something. Good. Now, maybe say I think the president of the republic made a case.
AU.
AU.
Yeah.
Say Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. Make a case say beya anka Africa Union for no nyina senia wo Ghana utumi send Telecel or Vodafone they call MTN or other networks no nka Africa nyina nka yen launch sa system na ebe boy ema ya te se say AU kra agisa de no atum nti wo hwa say working on cross border mobile money interoperability through AU policy. Brilliant idea.
Good. Nti these are what are areas near our fun sa mako ade omo kan ho asem recently and say president make proposal say anka yinya sa de ne bi across your sister countries.
Okay.
It's say we took an SM this sika essential ho bebre and let me send this sika to another friend now all their transactions on my behalf.
Okay.
I who here me carry sika no and now ko boga or ko tamale who here so this kabesha on kese sa no person here across Africa. It's a proposal they are kotuja and I'm sure say it is something which is doable across the other African countries. Right. And it's very important. It's very important. I think there was another thing I may expect to say very key under that policy.
Okay, let me read it through. Implementing a digital residency for tech firms and individuals. Implementing a 5-year digital numbered visa and work permit. Abolish e-levy. Appointing a digital ambassador for external markets development. With the ambassador no and implementing comprehensive data interoperability.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the last one is working with industry players to make more spectrum available at affordable prices. Yeah.
Industry players. We share maybe or visa for 5-year data, and I'm so interested in on normal whole target. 6 years, 4 years. Working with industry players to make more spectrum available at affordable prices.
I said, so you know, then more ben partner the bebre.
Say, offer area now or case interoperability. No, asan because say industry players, no. You hear say sometimes your ma you to tell na say for no. Say price no was right. I na an ordering.
Okay.
Increase the cost of production. Therefore, so ma a quite among so nya home kakra in terms of prices of items. Okay. Say atumpo.
Okay.
That is another.
The plan to reduce cost of living. Plan to reduce cost of living. The first point near stabilizing local food prices through Development Bank Ghana, that is DBG, no, and Ghana incentive based. Stabilizing local food prices through Development Bank and Ghana incentive based.
I would say cost of living. In fact, about to Ebasui. Fakesena kwa share cost of living.
A political issue.
Oka assumption biana na me cost of me can reality.
Yeah.
Me twin told you need. Accommodate me. To other be can crown maintain. But we're making provisions of how to reduce cost of living. No? Your chumbe 3.
Okay.
Your energy. Your for instance rent issue. Your transportation. And your food. And your mommy and 9 way and a tajina cost of living parcel.
Okay.
Energy. Okoba course or bet try or tariffs. I reduce your energy.
Okay.
Ye nyoma ye use electricity for house homes and ye fee ye nyumamu a quiet facilities any price it here. It won't say PURC independent body.
Yeah.
But there should be a collaboration with this. Abandoned said that it means sorry in Kase Monte Kania Bosso. It must be regulated by the PURC. In the Biano Sonne Dins our swa. Otiminya home me man for no. A honche until yen try na can reduce prices of consumption. I feel bad rent. I say Ghana housing, the Minister of Works and Housing.
Yeah.
In recent times, area Agyapong Kroma.
Yeah.
And so there's some initiatives here, but a cost of renting
Above form.
Omo say rent a difficult
Issue, a serious issue.
What will feel the only problem? But rent here, Obeko 1 year after now, near tumbe 4 times.
It's crazy. Crazy.
It's a problem.
Yes. The rent issue need to say omo taking it serious.
Because rent to own. A policy
rent to own.
Meaning say Obema nkrofo so enya wait to rent over time no. Obenya bi kakra e de amabia udi utibeto.
Okay.
It's a very laudable idea. Then there's something on transportation.
Okay.
Meaning obefa car and from aha okwakra obesibe 4 places e be charge you 4 different prices.
I'm telling you.
Transportation. Na eden na transportation cost. Solution e wa no. Eden na na cost. E fuel. Anytime you to fuel mu no.
Yeah. Affect
bibia cost.
Yeah.
Until you are buying then also yeah. Also fuel issue mu ye. Na fuel no an cost.
Okay.
Eden ya wo fuel no ye control bebre o man mu. Ye kra. Na ya me hu say your import bill for oil is about 3 billion.
Okay.
O man mu annually. Ye bear then yet menya. As of our problem. What can be good for oil? Inti ebetu aboa amenya sa oil bi ame ho so han. Afa food. Aha na me hu say there's so much premium our place in terms of reducing cost of living.
Okay.
Food. Also obescale food production. Local production. Ni ekofo fia ma no na. You better try say baby your em. Netimi ame emphasica nkonkoto. Na ma etimi so was set other industry go share we are or breaking it down. There's a maintain in that area. So cost of living.
But could be a and was stabilizing spare parts prices through flat rate for all importers policy. I'm saying we there idea be abuso can spare parts for no at the flat rate. Matiso ma kan wasema kan.
Internal measures
I think they be boa.
Flag bearer. So be sure. Anytime we hear Manifesto biano conform.
Yeah.
Neti o man se mu se
you said it from the beginning, yes.
So one tie na ko jina so your policy a obewie no enko obi ani ho be so.
Okay, yenko yenim doc, I'm say plan to expand infrastructure, public infrastructure. And also a idea me say plan to
infrastructure.
Yes, plan to expand public infrastructure or say partner with private sector to finance, build and rent public infrastructure including schools, housing, water, roads and equipment. And they can first time, yes. Good. Or say revive and resource the public works department for maintenance of public infrastructure.
In fact.
And also you can want them.
I know you saying yes, baby. Look at PWD.
PWD.
Is what you want?
There be.
Public works and department.
Yes. In the not just buying would want to increase our workforce, no?
Good.
For the maintenance culture now they can want them now. What capture brilliant
source.
Brilliant idea.
And never bring your cars as for access. Nice.
I say expand the district road improvement program to assist local governments in road maintenance. Develop the railway network, which is another important sector, with a focus on the western and eastern lines. Establish a maintenance, repair and overhaul facility at Tamale Airport for aviation cargo, horticultural cargo and logistics. Good. So these are nyama buying ebabeye in terms of expanding public infrastructure. Good. Commence development of Cape Coast Airport funded under the Korean $2 billion facility.
In fact, ahana
amrena
good. Me just say ahana na me wo problem kakra. Say with Cape Coast, I'm looking at the distance.
Okay.
Say I had to tackle there.
Near a bit, yes.
Because Obi have far car 2 hours or something. Play there say I have 10 minutes only.
I think probably no. the argument will be say Central region is a hub for Ghana tourism. Etino senia nkrofo ba bebre a omo ekoho bia ba Ghana. I think the first point of view ebe Central region etino to make it easier for people to fly and come and
you are justified.
I think say
you are justified.
That's what I
the wisdom in that.
Yeah, the wisdom in that. Well, that's fine. My opinion.
You gotta make be normal because and conform time obefa car not the car obekwa not the car na eko.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Also plan to expand educational opportunities for all now. The first one is very interesting. Increase student accommodation in public universities to address campus housing deficit. And no pushy some of the students to private hostels boa sebi many. Good. Introduce free tertiary education scholarship for people with disabilities to remove financial barriers. And integrate scholarship databases across public sector institutions for full visibility. And then expand eligibility for the student loan scheme to include all post-secondary students. That is very important. Expand it. Now post-secondary students to me access. Prioritize training and skills development in STEAM. STEAM need them in that's
a STEM.
Okay.
I think skills is another year. I'm saying the Ebola science related areas.
Okay. Implement centralized application processes, processing service for tertiary institutions. Bofuno, I say, Prof. Yebreno ayabe. To me and quote mu. There's plan to provide better healthcare for all. There's also plan to provide better healthcare for all. And I also plan to boost sports, creative arts and tourism. Tourism, this is where my general manager lawyer Charles Amudate, that is his favorite, tourism. And a lot of other areas are bringing to me. Affirmative action for women and girls, all those things. Prof, just 20 seconds na yenko breno ayebia nisa.
Minya me that's be say why my kwanya. I say ye train send this for the answer na ye da tuja. Na analysis ye da to ton. Send ya okoto aba ochina na die away anima. Unu de oba obegina so e da koto aba. Na men kan say ne mi hui ye manifesto yi and that's so good. Na into say it's possible.
Yes.
People be a debia no beka
inconscious good.
And yen near ya ho no how. Nti I say you good.
Yo.
Good idea.
Yo.
Good plans.
Yo.
For the country.
Yo, yeah that's a papa. Odofo ahada brebema ya di dwumadie no esi na me bon ka say we Ghana mampeni abedi echi a oye Franka 24 de ma the new patriotic party for the 2024 elections no. Eye ne niswade hu a osese Ghana for ye na dom ne ye de 2 minutes nsa ade a ono so obeba abeye ni enti we Dr. Bawumia niswade hu a oton ede ama Ghana for se be ya ye beto ne ya ye no ye president no so abetoto ede aboyen musomfo the flag bearer ena bi di dwumadie hu chi ampenifo ebo me ye lawyer Charles Kweku Amudate ye Robert Bafofin Kwesi Ninsin Justice Afun Brahima ene Kobe Scratch ene George Sakode Focus ene bo machi don ma ye di dwumadie we bram nyame ya dom a ejoda ebe ye besan ehia makram